In a valley ringed by towering mountains, there lived a young man of 24 named Marco. Marco was plagued by a restless spirit. His mind was a chaotic whirlwind, never stopping for a moment. From dawn until dusk, thoughts raced through his head, leaving him exhausted and anxious. He carried the heavy burden of past regrets and was constantly terrified of what the future might bring. Because of this mental storm, he could never find calm. He struggled to sleep and had all but forgotten how to smile. One day, news reached Marco about a distant village high in the hills. Rumor had it that a wise elder lived there, a man who had once been a renowned psychologist in the bustling city. After years of helping others heal their minds, he had retired to a quiet life amidst nature. It was said he still offered guidance to those who sought him out. Marco felt a spark of hope. He determined, I must go to him. Perhaps this sage can teach me how to quiet my soul. After a long and grueling journey, Marco finally arrived at the hill village. He found a modest cottage draped in lush vines and greenery. On the veranda sat the old man, eyes closed in deep meditation, radiating a profound sense of stillness. Marco approached him reverently and whispered, "Grandfather, my mind is a storm I cannot control. I am always thinking and I cannot rest. I seek peace in my heart. Can you show me the way?" The old man slowly opened his eyes, offering a gentle, knowing smile. "So it is peace you seek. Very well. Come with me, I have a task for you." He led Marco to the garden and filled a glass with water until it bulged at the very brim. It was so full that a mere tremble would cause it to overflow. Handing the glass to the young man, he instructed, "Walk from here to the village outskirts and return. But be warned, you must not spill a single drop." Marco was puzzled by the request, but he was desperate for answers, so he accepted. Gripping the glass with intense focus, he began his walk. The path was narrow and chaotic. Villagers were rushing by, merchants were shouting their wares, and stray dogs were barking loudly. However, Marco paid them no mind. His entire world narrowed down to the rim of that glass. He took one careful step after another, his concentration absolute. The villagers watched him with curiosity, but seeing his intense focus, they let him pass undisturbed. Eventually, Marco returned to the cottage. "Grandfather," he announced proudly, "I have returned. Not a drop was lost." The old man nodded approvingly. "Well done. But tell me, did you see the children playing tag by the roadside? Did you hear the dogs barking at the carts?" Marco blinked in surprise. "No," he admitted. "I saw nothing and heard nothing. My mind was fixed entirely on the glass." The old man smiled widely. "That is the secret. It is a power you have always possessed. When your mind is anchored in the present moment, there is no room for fear, no space for confusion, and no energy for useless thoughts. You were focused only on the water. In those moments, your mind was perfectly silent. You were not mourning the past, nor were you fearing the future." Slowly, the realization washed over Marco. This was the peace he had traveled so far to find. Serenity is not found in a place. It is found when we live fully in the now. Marco bowed his head deeply. "I understand now, grandfather. To calm the storm, I must keep my mind right here in this moment. That is where true peace lies." The old man smiled as the sun began to dip below the horizon, casting a golden light over the land. Birds chirped as they returned to their nests. Marco turned to walk home, but he was no longer the restless youth who had arrived. He was changed. He carried a stillness within him, for he finally understood how to silence the mind. If this story touched your heart, please hit the like button and share it with your friends and family. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more stories of wisdom and inspiration. Thank you for watching. We will see you in the next story with new lessons to learn. Until then, stay healthy and stay peaceful.